Hey, good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? Good morning, good morning. Happy Monday today. Marta Ermias here, coming to you live from Columbus, Ohio. I'm an entrepreneur from Columbus, and I have three passions: entrepreneurship, personal growth, and contribution are my passions. And today I have some topics that I'm going to be talking about. However, before I start, I want to read to you a quote that I saw this morning that I really liked. It's called, "Success is not a matter of wanting to win, it's a matter of preparing to win." Good morning, Bisrat. Good morning, Dawitom. How are you? Good morning, Tolde. Good morning, Jimenez. How are you? Victoria, good morning. How's everybody doing? Victoria, good to see you here. Hope you're doing well. Leah, good morning. How's everybody doing today? So I like to talk about things that, stuff that allow us to thrive in life as opposed to survive. One of the things that I really don't like is the fact that we all have unlimited potential, but a lot of us are in a thriving mode as opposed to, surviving mode as opposed to thriving mode. So studying success, studying other people, and different things that allow us to thrive is one ways that we can learn and really prepare for our future. As I read it before, Darren Hardy says that success is not about wanting to win. It's actually about preparing to win. And how do we prepare to win? So a couple of things here. Today we're going to talk about leadership. Leadership is something that's really, really important, because one area of success that we all want to thrive in is really our income, okay? And whether we like it or not, our income is always directly proportional with our ability to lead other people. You really can't scale up your income if you are an individual just trying to do everything by yourself. It's just it's not possible, especially in today's world of collaboration, where everything revolves around collaboration. So working with other people, having influence, and leading other people is going to be very important, regardless of what you do in life, regardless whether you have a business, whether you're employed and you work for someone else, whether you're a self-employed person and just serving different companies. Collaboration, influence is always going to be very, very necessary for you. So preparing to win. If you want to prepare to win, what does that mean? It means that with preparation, you're gonna need time, right? And one of the best resources that we have in life is really time. And you don't prepare when you want to seize an opportunity. You actually prepare ahead of time, which is why we really have to be very conscious about how we're spending our time. The time to prepare is today. The time to prepare for tomorrow is today. Always we have to be in a walk of preparation for the next time or for tomorrow. Whatever preparation that we have already done is what's going to really unfold when we're ready to take on opportunity. So how do you prepare to becoming a good leader? And even in my life, in my field of work, I see the people who have great leadership skills thriving. I see the people who have great leadership skills making more income. Leadership is always related to your income. So how do you become a good leader? There's two things that you want, and one thing is that everybody knows and everybody focuses on. The second thing is that I believe personally that a lot of people really neglect. So the first thing, obviously, is you want to have leadership skills. And how do you develop your leadership skills? Definitely you want to read, and you really want to become better as a leader. But at the same time, to develop your leadership skills, you really want experience, okay? Thank you for those likes and loves. Guys, I really appreciate you. So to develop as a leader, or as you want skills, and to develop your skills, there's two things. You want to learn what skills you need to develop. So you need to learn by reading, by attending seminars, by just observing other leaders. You want to learn skills. But at the same time, you want to experience, or you need experience, or you want to practice those skills in order for you to be master of those skills. That's something that everybody knows. We all know that. We all know that you need leadership skills. However, there's a second part to leadership that's very, very important, that makes people either follow you or not want to follow you, and that's character. Character is actually extremely important in leadership, probably more important than your skills, if you want people to follow you and you want to be influencer. So today I want to talk about 7 different characters of great leaders, and this list was put together by the great personal development leader who is no longer alive. It's Jim Rohn, and this comes from Jim Rohn. But there are 7 different characters of a great leader that we can all start to pay attention and prepare to grow. And regardless of what we're doing, we have an opportunity to pay attention to these things and really build those characters. That way, when the opportunity comes for us to lead and for us to capitalize on this opportunity to lead, then we are already ready and we have those characters. So number 1, and then this is going to be like I'm going to put it as I'll just go ahead and start. So number 1, you want to be strong, but you don't want to be impolite. So sometimes people confuse strength with not being polite. Like just to show their strengths, people could tend to be a little bit rude and not being polite with people. But that's really not a good character. It will repel people. You really want to be polite, but you also want to be strong. What does strength mean? Strength means not being afraid of truth. Okay, not being afraid of truth and standing your ground, being principled and staying with your true principles. That's really great leadership skills. However, you want to be respectful, you want to be polite with people. Sometimes, people confuse those two things, strength with being impolite. And being impolite is not necessarily strength. It's really not strength, actually, and that's not what you want to be. So be strong as a leader. Your strength is going to be needed because people will follow people with principles, people who have strength, people who are not quitters, people who are consistent. All of this will require strength. So strength is something that you want to develop as a leader, or you want to develop as a character to become a better leader. Number 2, you want to be kind, but you don't want to be weak. Okay? Kindness is also one other great characteristics of great leaders. Okay? Sometimes, and I've heard this before, people are afraid to show kindness because they fear that it will be mistaken for weakness. No, kindness is actually strength. To be kind, to tell the truth to people, to be kind, to face things as they are, and just to see things from a kind perspective and being very compassionate towards people and caring about other people is a strength. However, just being a little bit afraid of dealing with things and things like that, that's weakness. That's really not kindness. So you really don't want to confuse the two. Be kind and develop your kindness to become a better leader and prepare in that area as well. You really don't want to be weak. Number 3, you want to be bold, but you don't want to be a bully. Okay? And again, as a leader, people will follow bold people. You want to be powerful, you want to be bold, you want to walk in front of your group or your team, whoever you're trying to lead, and you also want to be willing to take the first arrow. Boldness is staying ahead of the situation and getting the criticism first in front of your group instead of your group. And also, if there's a problem, you want to be the first one to deal with it. And you want to be the first person to go out there to take the heat, basically. And that's boldness. That takes courage. That takes boldness. When everybody, your team, is afraid, the people that you're leading, you want to be the first one to really face it up, whatever it is. That takes boldness and courage. You want to be that, and that is attractive, and people will follow that. However, you don't want to be bully to make yourself look like you're powerful. Being bully is actually demeaning, and it's hurtful, and it's going to spoil your influence over people. So being bully and being bold are two different things. So you want to be bold without being bully. And sometimes people avoid being bold because they confuse it with being bully. but being bold is being courageous, being the first to take the heat, and showing that courage in front of your team or whoever you're trying to lead. That's really what boldness is. Number 4, you want to be humble, but you don't want to be timid. Okay, and again, this is another thing that a lot of times people confuse. You want to be humble. Humility is beautiful. Humility is beautiful because humility brings people together. When you're humble, you're conscious about honoring other people's thoughts as well as your own. You're not putting people down. You're not you're not saying that my way is the highway. I'm like whatever your thoughts have, you don't feel like you have an upper hand over other people. You're respectful. You value other people. You value other people's thoughts, and you appreciate their value and what they bring in. And when you do that, you're humble. You're exercising humility. However, being timid is not humility. Being afraid, feeling like you're less than everybody else is not humility. You don't want to, when you do that, people don't have confidence to follow you. So actually being timid is almost like a disease. However, humility is actually a blessing. So those are two different things. Being afraid and, having less self-esteem, not having confidence, those are linked with timidity. You don't want to be that person, and it's not going to help you develop the characteristics of a good leader. However, you want to stay humble without being timid. And number 5 is be proud, but do not be arrogant. And again, this is the other thing that people confuse a lot of times. Being proud of your cause, what you're doing, your accomplishment, other people's accomplishment is a good thing. It's actually a very positive thing, and you want to be proud of it, and not only proud of it, you want to recognize it, you want to communicate it, because it really paints vision for other people. Other people want to see what's working. Other people want to see what's good. Other people want to see what's positive. So it's good to be proud of the positive things. But what you'd want to avoid is being arrogant. Being arrogant is egoistic. A little bit, it wraps around ego. It's really about you as opposed to others and things that are outside of you. So you don't want to feel that person that being arrogant, but you still want to be proud, exercise being proud and recognizing accomplishment and things like that. So that's a good leadership trait or leadership characteristics you want to develop, but you want to avoid arrogant. And again, the reason I'm bringing this as a comparison is because a lot of people avoid being proud or recognizing stuff that you should be proud of, and communicating it, because they confuse it with arrogance, and they're two different things. You really want to avoid arrogance, but you still want to recognize what needs to be recognized, because it's actually going to help other people see what's good and what's working. So it will help you in your leadership. Number 6, you want to be humorous and fun, but you don't want to be silly. Okay, and again, sometimes people, especially in leadership and things like that, they want to be serious because they want to be taken seriously. However, people want to have fun, and if you want people to follow you, you want to be a little bit humorous as well. You want to be when you're humorous and you're fun, then you're more relatable with people, and people want to work with people that they can relate with. People want to follow people they can relate with. So humor brings people closer together. They feel closer to each other. You want to do that, but what you want to avoid is being silly or foolish. Okay, so you really want to exercise being a little bit more fun without being trapped in being silly. So I've actually I've noticed like a couple of leaders talk about being fun. Sometimes it's personality. People are too serious, and that's just their personality, right? But as leaders, I've heard someone say that he's learning to actually be a little bit more humorous, because it's important when you're leading a team. You want to make the environment really fun. Number 7, you want to be visionary, but you don't want to be delusional. Okay, leaders are always visionary. Okay, they paint vision. They share vision. They are the ones who lead the team or other people by showing them what the vision is. And vision is very important, because if you don't have a vision, you don't have a goal, and the team there's no direction in terms of where the team is going. So there's no leadership pretty much. But you really don't want to be delusional, meaning it's good to have a vision, but it's also good to be practical about what's going on right now. You want to see things the way they are and evaluate things the way they are. And that actually helps you, because if there's a vision out there, and if you can correctly analyze and evaluate where you are right now, then you can lead. You can actually pave the way or create a plan that will take you towards your vision. So you really want to see things from a practical point of view for right now, but also have a vision, and not just see what's happening right now, but see the vision and take what's happening now towards your vision. But you don't want to be delusional, meaning you don't want to ignore what's going on right now. You don't want to kind of like deny what's going on right now. So as a leader, you want to be a visionary, but you also want to be practical and really see things the way they are. Okay, so those are the 7 things that every one of us can develop as a character to prepare ourselves to become better leaders. And we don't have to wait until we're in a leadership position to do that. That's something that we can exercise on a daily basis and build character, because time is important. Whatever time we have right now, we can use it to actually develop ourselves and develop our character, so that we're prepared for when the opportunity comes. We seize it and we actually capitalize on it, and we can thrive in life. And the 7 things that I shared is, number 1, you want to be strong, but you don't want to be impolite. You want to be kind. Number 2, kind, but not weak. Number 3, bold, but not a bully. Number 4, humble, but not timid. Number 5, proud, but not arrogant. Number 6, humorous, but not silly or foolish. Number 7, you want to be visionary, but not delusional. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you liked it, please give me a like. If you loved it, give me a love. And if you really think that someone can benefit from this, please go ahead and share it. Until I see you guys tomorrow, have a great day. It's Monday. Make sure you make it a great day and make it happen today. And I wish everybody here a lot of success. God bless you all. Bye-bye.